This is for all that wonders, also known as truth and lies. And I'm putting this on my main channel because I need to debunk this lonely old woman's lies. No, honey, I didn't receive your Australian lawyer's cease and desist notice. Because to get my address, my current address, your lawyer would have needed to go to a court of law and get a court order. And I doubt a woman who can't decide whether she's a millionaire or if she's on disability can afford a lawyer that has to go to a court and get a court order to get my address from businesses and government agencies. See, any which way, I would have found out about it. And as soon as I found out about it, I would have called your lawyer. And I would have told your lawyer, do you know that your client made a video threatening to come to Australia and shoot me with a shotgun? And you would have been dropped as a client and laughed at by an Australian lawyer. If you contacted the police currently where I live or where I grew up, they would have laughed at you. Because I went to school with the majority of the police currently where I live and where I grew up, and so did my late brother. Old lady, you really do need to stop coming on the internet and threatening people. Because one day someone is going to take your threats very, very seriously. You have doxed yourself and other people, and for someone who doesn't like to be doxed, I love how you keep saying my offline name. But you don't like to be doxed, right? Honey, look up what a hypocrite is on Google. You are going to mess with and dox the wrong person one day. That is your fate. I doubt you are anything you claim to be. I doubt sincerely whether you have 3 houses. I doubt that you have any money whatsoever. Do I believe you're on disability? Yes, I think that's the only thing you've told the truth about. And disability in America is not much. Disability in Australia, we get more on disability in Australia than people in the United States and America, where you currently live is a state of the United States of America. See, that's how not very bright you are. You don't realize that even though you live where you live, it's a state of the United States of America. I'm an Australian, and even I know that. If you're going to get on the internet, decide who and what you are. I saw a video last night. I saw a video get played of yours last night. You can't decide if you're a millionaire, a nurse, whether you're retired. You can't decide what you are. In one video, you said you're a millionaire, you're disabled, you're a nurse. You ramble on that much, you don't even realize you are lying. Who does that? And yes, I did come at you for enabling a drug deal because you were saying some very discussing things about Roberta Laws in her comments. They were deplorable. You were saying it because you wanted an internet friend. And for all that wonders, the only person who calls me that name that you think you're intimidating me with is my mother. You didn't give birth to me. You didn't bring me onto this earth, and you don't have that respect or my permission to use that name. Do you understand? People like you need to stop turning on your cameras and thinking you know laws in countries that you don't live in and you haven't even bothered to Google. Because had you decided to Google the laws in Australia, you would have been very surprised of how much of a fool you made of yourself in that video. This is a majority of your problem. You run at the mouth without researching anything you're talking about. You make yourself act the fool. You run your mouth and it's like you can't physically stop yourself, so you keep going. You need to find something better to do than threatening people on the internet. Because I promise you, you will threaten the wrong person one day. And someone will roll up to you. You threatening to roll up onto other people, someone's going to do it to you one day because they're going to get fed up with you threatening people. And if you're on disability in the United States, you can't afford an Australian lawyer. Australian lawyers are expensive as hell. Quit your lying, quit threatening people on the internet, and find better things to do with your life.